Hello, hello, hello. I'm working on a couple of things. As you can see, I'm in my office, and there's some thoughts that's coming to mind from my own business, and I figured, why not share with the community to see if any of these questions resonate with you, and if it's something that you can think deeper about and dig a little deeper into your business. So, of course, I've been talking a lot about just the state of the company, the trends in the childcare industry, the trends in business. And so for us, I was talking to my daughter yesterday, but we also had our quarterly planning meeting last week. And I wanted us to start digging deeper into the numbers that we measure particular parts of our business. So for example, every week we look at our enrollment numbers. Every week we look at the number of incidences, right? Because that has to do with health and safety. Every week we look at staff attendance. We look at child attendance. There's a number of what they call KPIs, key performance indicators, scorecard. You could call them all kinds of things. So the question is, what are you tracking in your business? Because here's the thing. If we're not tracking, then how can we measure it? How do we know how our business is doing? How do we know the health of our business? For example, when we go into the doctor's office, first thing they take are vitals. They are like, check your weight, check your blood pressure, heart rate. There's particular things that baseline stuff that we take a look at. And so here's the other part though. I was saying to the team, right, we've been growing. There's a number of things that we're doing to not only grow, but to sustain. That's the part I really want to drive home to. A lot of this is not just about growing, because I'm not going to say that's the easy part, but we grow, but how do we sustain the business? So here's the part that we were talking about that makes me want to say, go a little deeper in your business, ask more questions. So for example, we have good enrollment, right? And so I'm like, great. We still have some slots to fill at my one site, but here's the thing. I don't want us to get relaxed, because you never know. Speaking again about growth and sustaining, here's what I wanted us to do. Not just focus on our enrollment number, but are we looking at retaining the families that we do have? Sometimes if we pay attention too much on one side, we can forget about the other side. So yes, I want to fill those spots, but I also want to keep our people. So what are we doing to keep our children and families, as well as recruit new ones? So here's some questions just to think about in your business. What are the main reasons people are enrolling in your program? And are we paying attention to those things? Are we making sure that we continue to offer that great service? So we got them in the door. Okay, awesome. But what is it that's important to them that we need to sustain? So about if staff are leaving, did we find out why they're leaving? Or why did they choose us when they came? Because if they chose us for, particular reasons, we want to at least sustain that. We want to continue to think about what it is that attracted people. So that's for staff, children, families, all of that. How did we get to this revenue number? What were the things that we were doing that helped us get here so that we can maintain that? Something I'm always talking about, especially in the programs that I offer, is where are we going? So, okay, great. Last year, we definitely always look back. What did we do last year? What was great? What could we do better? Just reflecting on last year. What would we like to do this year and next year? We really need to know where we're going in order for us to say, okay, we're on track, we're off track. And if we don't know where we're going, meaning, right, we all know we want to be full. I got you. But what are we going to offer? this upcoming year, right? Is it going to be family engagement events? Are we going to offer community events? Are we going on field trips? We have to do something that sets us apart from competition, right? And so a lot of people's flyers say the same thing, right? I have spots, enroll here, enroll here. That's not the key. I'm not saying stop marketing, but what is it that we can offer someone? How are we meeting their needs? People have needs these days, and sometimes people are like, well, I work the second or third shift. Okay, if I don't see that on your flyers, or if I don't see you marketing that, I probably won't pay attention to you, because the schedule that I have is different. With some other questions. Right, we spoke about finances, marketing strategies. What has worked, and we also can't just do the normal marketing type things. We have to try some new creative things and test them out. So what's working? What have we been doing for a while that hasn't gotten us any enrollments? Okay, then it's time to try something else. What does our business look like during the day, right? Behind the scenes, while I'm in my building and I'm walking around and all that stuff, I know what's going on here. I internally can say, that's an area I want us to work on. There's times that we have to, check to make sure everyone's going outside. During the day, it's like, wait a minute, it's not indoor play day, it's outdoor, because we do have an indoor space. So we want to make sure the kids are getting outside. And following policy and procedure. What do our lesson plans look like? Are they creative when we go into the classrooms? Is there great engagement? Like, let's be honest with ourselves about what's going on in the business. All right, not just the cute stuff, but I know when I'm walking around, I can tell, what seems like it consistently happens and what may be going on just because I'm there. Let's be honest with ourselves, because that's the only way that we're going to be able to grow. So I say all this to say, make sure you are measuring. What are you measuring? That's my question. What are you measuring in your business to check on the health? What questions are you asking so that you can say, you know what, maybe that's not working. Maybe I do need to change. I've been doing this 16 years. What I was doing 16 years ago is not going to work today. What I was doing 5 years ago, before COVID, before the pandemic, is not necessarily going to work today. So ask some new questions, get creative, write some stuff down. Let's go beneath the surface, okay? All right. Let me know your thoughts on that. What's something that you thought about that's a little different? What's something that you may want to track in your business? Let's start talking about it. That way we can start doing something differently and see some changes in our business. All right. Talk to you soon.